Did you get it? It should be the one, I think it's Horton.
You are live on YouTube.
Okay, Jeff, is there a light or something that's supposed to come on this? I pressed play.
Is the record button still on?
Bold.
Bold, not bad, bold.
I can't tell, Jeff.
Press stop, then press record, and press play.
Okay, thanks.
Turn my microphone on. Okay, call this meeting to order. Special meeting on September 1st of the Lodgers Tax Committee. First item on the agenda, the roll call. Let's see, Bernie, do you want to call them out? Or do you have the names, or do you want me to do? Okay. All righty. Let's see, Lori is here. Ann is here. We've got three. So the only one missing is Melissa Nance. Let's see, declaration of conflict of interest. Generally, Samantha reads that, but does anybody have a conflict of interest with items on the agenda today that they would foresee?
The only thing I would tell you, Mr. Chairman, is I do have a location in Midtown.
Right.
So just wanted to make everybody aware of that.
Appreciate that. And then, do you know the certification of compliance? Do we read that's new. That's something that was new on the agenda last. Let's see, stated we're in compliance with Resolution 2021-01 Open Meetings Act, and she did get this out 72 hours prior, so notification was sent. So we'll say that we are compliant. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So move.
So moved. A second? All righty. All those in favor, Anna?
Aye.
With a thumbs up. All righty. Approval of the minutes from the special meeting of July 27th, 2021. If everybody's had a chance to look over that.
I make motion to approve.
Okay, Lori makes a motion,
Second?
seconded. And Anna, good to go. All right. New business. I'm going to turn this over to Rodney now.
Good morning. The first item that I wanted to, is a funding request for the installation of the Midtown speakers. If y'all recall, a few months back when we had a previous meeting, the initial funding that was approved for the entire speaker project, actually, when we finalized the quote, was only enough to order the materials. And the initial quote only included, I believe, 30 of the 35 required speakers. And so, again, the initial amount was only enough to order the materials. And so what I'm requesting today is the funding for the installation. And just to be clear on timeline, so I'm also working on an additional project that the general fund for the village has funded. It's a replacement of all of the poles in Midtown. We're actually, we've given or awarded the project to Apex Solutions. We have a kickoff meeting today for that project. I will have a better timeline of when, the turnaround time on the order and the installation of those poles, but I want to coordinate the installation at that time. And so just to be clear, I just want, to approve the funding today so I can work on getting a purchase order issued for that and have it in place for when the poles are installed. We can coordinate that together. I would anticipate that the completion will be like the end of October or early November. And so the amount is $34,104.62, and that does include GRT.
We'll just do this one by one. That'll be easy. Obviously Judy's not here. I don't know if, I didn't pass it on to Lori. I don't know if you'd heard our lodging tax revenue for July alone was tremendous. Discussion to add to this.
Mr. Chairman, I just had a question. So with the 34, does that include pole replacement, or is that going to be funded out of another deal? And are there any other funds going to be required for this project?
So the light pole replacement was funded through the village's general fund. And so that's already funded through the village. And actually, I misspoke a little earlier. The previous plan was to the village to install the speakers. And so this includes installation by the company, which would be a better quality installation because my department is not experienced in that. So, but I do not anticipate any further costs. I mean, the poles, the way we plan them is they will have the required 110 volt to run the systems already in place. This is just a matter of placing the speakers on each individual pole and then doing all the programming to link them. And but I don't anticipate any additional costs.
Right.
And who is the company?
The company is Pace Event Services. They're the company that also provided the speakers. And we do have those in hand, by the way.
Yeah, sorry, this was something we had approved back in,
Yeah.
was it March maybe?
Gosh, I forget.
Early, maybe in the winter. But it's just finishing up, so. Okay. Is there any other discussion? If not, do we have a motion to approve the request for $34,104.62, including gross receipts tax for the Midtown speaker installation project?
I'll move approval.
Okay, do we have a second?
A second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? All right, motion carries. Okay, Rodney, item number 2.
Chairman, I'm going to have Sydney, my
Okay.
coworker, present the next item.
Thank you, Chairman. So I am going to present for our fall requesting funds for our fall entertainment. The first section is going to be for 3 bands for our September 18th motorcycle rally and motorcycle and car show. We're planning a 10 to 6 event with 3 bands, vendors. Like I said, the car show is going to correlate with the motorcycle rally that is already in the area, hoping to bring people up to Midtown as well. The 3 bands is estimated about $1,500 per. The second item is going to be for the 3 stages. One is for that September 18th event. One is to reimburse the August 21st event that we had in Midtown a couple weekends ago. And then our October 11th event, which is the finale for the Ruidoso Adventure Tours. That's when we're going to be giving the prizes away. And then the third one is for a production company to come in and help us with Aspen Fest. It is Lanyap Productions. It's an Old West, since the theme is Wild Wild West for the Aspen Parade. So they would have Old West photos, a mechanical bull, and dressed actors to be involved. I do have a video that they sent me and some photos from the mechanical bull, but the the Old West Photos is what I have the video for. It would include a custom digital background that we get to pick, so we could do something historical Lincoln. They include costumes, so people and dressers to help dress in very authentic 1880s style Western costumes. The mechanical bull would be free for anyone that would come to the event to ride. They have a dressed actor running the bull, so it can be customized for children to adults. Yes, that's kind of with the Old West Photos, everyone who participates gets a free 4x6 printed photo included in the price. And yeah, if you want me to show the video, I can, but that's kind of the gist of it.
And this would be at Wingfield?
Yes, for that October 2nd,
Yeah, the post-parade.
yes, festival with the wine tasting and everything. Show that video.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So, Lady the company is, they do dinner shows, they do, this kind of stuff. It does sound like a lot, but the company does involve a lot. Like, they go above and beyond. They have actors in character going around. It is a high-quality event.
Take your guests back in time to the Wild West of the 1880s with our state-of-the-art green screen photography. Our crew will dress your guests to impress in various Western costumes, including saloon girls, cowboys, banditos, and more. Then our personable photographer will pose your posse for their picture-perfect moment. Afterwards, we load a digital background from our image library. Each person in the photo gets to take home a high-quality 4x7 photo keepsake of their experience. We include free of charge digital copy of all photos. Company logos and frames are available for an additional cost. Don't forget to ask about our green screen photography with any background for any event with other fun themes such as Halloween or the beach. Make it a memorable evening with Old West Photos.
And then I also have photos of the mechanical bull, but my flash drive is not wanting to show up. Not really. Yeah, it's not acknowledging that my flash drive exists, so. But the mechanical bull is an inflated, like platform background that is a big kind of like corral-looking square, and then the bull is riding, and they have operators, like I said, in costume and character to be around. Yeah.
Sydney,
Yes.
hey, try the slot in the back of the laptop.
That's where it's at.
Okay.
It's flashing, it's just not showing up whenever I go to the files.
Ready. Yeah, no, it's not.
No worries, we've all seen these.
Yeah.
Inflatable cams, yeah. And this is the same company that does both of those?
Yes, they would, all inclusive, they would send, like I said, a crew, and there's still room for customize, like we can add additional actors to come and just walk around. They would either send a sheriff or a husband and wife couple that would be a sheriff and a saloon girl that would just kind of be in character walking around.
At any point, like I saw in the video, they had the Harley Davidson logo.
Yeah.
Since the village is funding this live Texas, can we do the Rodosa logo on there?
It would be for, and that part was not included in their original quote they sent me, so that would be a little extra, but we could definitely get whatever logo we want.
Okay, yeah, if you could find out how much that would be, that might make it, I mean, that would be a little bit more
Yeah.
bang for our buck advertising wise too.
Oh, for sure.
Just to have that there rather than just a blank picture. If we could get the look, and we could always do like I'm sure you could do I don't know if Alden could do a Western kind of colored Rodosa thing.
Yeah.
Bullet holes in it.
I might be
No,
able
I think, yeah, if you could find that out, that'd be.
Yes, I can try texting her right now.
Mr. Chairman, I had a couple questions. So Sydney, are you in charge of this thing? I mean, as far as putting it together and getting vendors and that kind of thing?
It's a partnership with the chamber.
Okay. Is the Midtown Association involved?
For this one, not as much. I mean, she has been involved in some of the meetings, but if I'm understanding correctly, it has been predominantly the village and the chamber doing this event.
Okay, and so how do local businesses learn about this kind of thing and the opportunities?
Like advertising?
Well, you said there's going to be wine tasting. Is that going to be, is there going to be a company doing that?
I believe,
Let Deborah address.
yes. And I will see if I can shoot an email back.
We have reached out to several different wineries, New Mexico wineries. Usually we keep it with the local wineries from New Mexico. So far we have a Noisy Water, Sheehan Winery. I've also reached out to La Esperanza, which is over in Membras, and some of our other ones that typically come when we do our wine tasting events.
Okay. I just know as a business owner, I'm notorious for being busy and not, knowing what all's going on, but I'm sure a lot of others are as well. And, I guess trying to figure out ways to help engage these folks and make the event as good as possible. And, always going forward doing the same.
Yeah.
That's the reason I'm asking.
And I've been sending it out in our newsletter. It's on Facebook and.
Okay.
And I actually, in the breakdown of the quote, there's a little more info that I didn't see originally. So a custom logo would be $175 to add that logo onto all of the prints.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
peanuts. I think it would be, if you had a Ruidoso logo on there, I think that would really, because they can purchase above and beyond, right?
Yes, I believe they get a free 4x6,
Right.
but they can get
So if you
additional.
get a free 4x6, I think it should have the Ruidoso logo on it.
Yeah.
So we could
And
add, was it 9,675?
yes. I believe it might actually, that's the, yeah.
If we're in agreement, that's something that would be good to do.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Get rid of his name out there. They're all taking his home. They're taking a picture home that's got our logo in the back. That's advertising.
And I don't know if we didn't have this last year, but 2 years ago, was that the first time? It's been going on 2 years, 3 years?
2 or 3, I can't remember.
I guess it was 3, yeah. 2017, I think, was maybe the first time, but it's a really, really well-attended, fun event, and it just keeps people in Midtown all day, and so. Rodney, these portable stages are they're rentals?
Yes, they are rentals. It's something that we overlooked in our initial budget request earlier in the year. And so what we did is we have used funding out of our operating in the Parks Department because we felt, we really needed them.
Yeah.
And again, it was just overlooked.
I don't think you two were on, and I think Anna was, but did you want to just briefly touch on the permanent stage plan that we had talked about earlier, and then just to get us through, because we wouldn't have the turnaround time to get that done, but that's something down the pipeline just to think about, if you want to.
Right, that is correct. And so what we had presented in a previous meeting was the thought of purchasing our own stage. It would be similar to the type of stage that we have been utilizing and renting for the past events. I would anticipate that it would actually be much better in that it would include a lighting package, its own sound equipment, and the good part about it is it's portable trailer unit. It's covered, and we can use it at different venues throughout the village, or we could even offer it as a rental to other organizations who are interested. And what I would hope, Chairman, is that we're coming back with you to you in the winter with a presentation on a stage.
Right.
I believe at the time Judy did mention that, you know, that's something that would fit into the budget.
Yeah, it was something that we had discussed just prior to the pandemic, and I think we were just going into it, and we were really worried about revenue, so we kind of tabled it. But it's something that we've discussed, previous Lodgers Tax Committee had discussed pretty extensively in one meeting, and it just got tabled because of the last 2 years. But that would be a big benefit. But that was just something for you guys to know about for down the road. Let me back up. So do we need to make, I would assume we could, you're asking for 20,000. If we need 175 more, we can just, wish Samantha was here, but I would
I
assume.
believe that you can make a motion
You can make a
for the
motion to-
addition,
yeah.
and I would like to mention that I believe that their cost proposal doesn't include GRT for
Oh,
the
okay.
Wild West package.
Okay.
We'll just-
Okay, no.
Okay. So should we, if it's not including GRT, I'm wondering if we should increase it just a little bit, just to make sure it covers it. It's 8 point, yeah. Don't ask me to do that. Change the water heater, I forgot tax.
I think it's 8.4375.
That's,
I believe it is, yes.
sounds correct.
So that looks like it'd be additional about $800.
Okay.
And that's with the 175?
Yes, that's why I restarted.
Yeah, so just do 21 just to make sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say that with the
So
170, it'd be about,
21,000.
yeah.
All right, so do we have a motion to fund all fall events at the total of $21,000?
I make motion to approve.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Unless I did the math wrong.
Yeah, let's give it a
I will- No problem.
Unless I did the math wrong, which is.
Open it back up for discussion after the, look, she's got a hand on her chin too.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
friendly amendment, I think the number's 21,860. Somebody calculate that for me.
I got 21,877.
Okay, so let's
My
do,
math is not.
no problem. Well, I said, don't let me do
Art
that.
degree.
84375, yes?
Yeah. So that
I
was,
get 21,875 should
Okay.
cover it. And I would second that.
so let's,
Take it, I guess. So re-motion.
so we will kill it.
The 21,875.
We'll go,
22.
I would say 22,
Okay?
make 22. So let me remake the motion for all fall events at the expense of $22,000. Do we have a motion?
I make motion to.
All right. A second, we'll let Anna do her thing again.
I'll second.
All right. Now, is there any discussion? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, all three. Motion passes. Rodney, do you want me to just, I didn't know if you were doing the golf tournament, if you had any input, or you want me to just, that was presented to us last time, so I think we remember. This golf tournament should be coming up, what, in 2 or 3 weeks, Carrie?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, and Mr. Potts did present to the Lodgers Tax Committee last time. We just couldn't approve it because it was not on the agenda at the time. Does anybody have anything to add to this one?
Mr. Chairman, I'll move approval for 1,700 for the High Country Shootout College Golf Tournament.
All righty, thank you. Do we have a second?
I second.
Lori seconds. All those in favor?